When an accident takes place, many of my clients will say to me, "Mike, should I call the police?" And in the typical case, when it's not your fault, yes, by all means, you want to call the police because you want to have a solid record of actually what took place at the scene. I have many clients who simply exchange information with the person that they think is responsible. That's a starting point, but if the police are there, we are probably more likely to get the critical information we need, which would include the name of the owner of all vehicles involved and the address, the name of the driver in each case who was involved in the accident along with the address. When an officer is there, you'll probably have a record of the responsible insurance company. An officer will, in many cases, issue a ticket to the person that he thinks is responsible, which also assists in the processing of a case. And so, by and large, if the accident is not your fault, it's almost always an advantage to have an officer there. Sometimes an officer, and this concerns people, he'll make an estimate of the property damage, and it's way off, and I try to have people counsel people to relax and not get too concerned about that. Officers are not trained property damage appraisers. They're just giving you an estimate. Everybody recognizes that. And so if you don't want to have an accident, but if you have an accident and it's not your fault, and you want to be able to protect yourself and have a record of what happened so you can move forward, yes, you should call the police and make sure that an officer comes to the scene.